Bruce Lee is remembered for his speed, his philosophy, and his impact on martial arts cinema. But behind the films and fame was a story that many have never heard, a story of challenge, isolation, and vision that began long before he became a legend. Born in San Francisco in 1940, Bruce Lee was raised in Hong Kong during a time of social tension and change. His father was an opera performer, and Bruce appeared in films as a child actor. But life off-screen was not easy. He got into fights, faced street violence, and struggled with control. His parents eventually sent him back to the United States as a teenager, hoping he would find discipline and direction. What he found instead were new obstacles. In the 1950s, America, Bruce Lee came face to face with racism. He was a Chinese-American man in a country that didn't see people like him as equals. Jobs were limited. Roles in Hollywood were stereotypical or invisible. Even in martial arts circles, he was often excluded because of his race. But Bruce did not step back. He stepped forward. He opened a martial arts school and began teaching students of all backgrounds. That alone broke tradition. Some criticized him for sharing Chinese fighting techniques with non-Chinese students. But Bruce believed martial arts were for everyone. His goal wasn't just to fight, it was to break limits, cultural, physical, and mental. As he trained and taught, Bruce began to develop his own system. He didn't follow old styles. He believed in using what worked and discarding what didn't. He called it Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. It was fast, fluid, and personal. It wasn't just a martial art, it was a way of thinking. But even as his ideas grew, the world didn't always accept him. Hollywood offered him small roles, often as background fighters or sidekicks. He wanted to lead. He wanted to be seen not just as a fighter, but as a thinker and storyteller. When the doors in America stayed shut, he turned to Hong Kong, and the world finally took notice. His films, like The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and Enter the Dragon, showed something new. Not just fights, but purpose. Bruce's characters fought for justice, for pride, for identity. His body moved like no one else's. His presence on screen couldn't be ignored. He wasn't just acting, he was telling his truth. But behind the camera, Bruce still faced battles. Physical pain, back injuries, and pressure from studios took their toll. He worked non-stop, driven by an urgency that no one fully understood. He spoke often about time, how little of it we have, and how important it is to live without fear. Bruce Lee died in 1973 at the age of 32. His passing shocked the world, but his impact had already taken root. He had opened doors for Asian actors. He had reshaped martial arts. He had inspired millions to think differently, not just about fighting, but about life. Today, Bruce Lee is remembered as a master, but the real power of his story lies in what he overcame. He faced rejection, racism, and doubt. And with all of that, he built a legacy not by following a path, but by creating one.